I am back with another cosplay review. This one's actually probably going to be pretty short. There's not a lot of pieces to it, but I do know a lot of people have really fallen in love with this anime, me too. So I was like, I'm going to do a video even though it's going to be probably pretty short. And if you can't tell from right here or, you know, the thumbnail, things like that, this is Frieren from Frieren Beyond Journey's End. I got this cosplay from Doki Cosplay. This is their rare quality, which I find if you're gonna have sizing issues, it's a lot of time in the rare quality, mostly because the SR quality tends to be the exact same manufacturer, whereas the rare qualities can kind of be from anywhere. So we'll see how this goes. I did get their 2X, and yeah, let's just start getting these pieces out. So to begin, I've got the little capelet here. I really like the jewels that they put on this. You can see they actually don't look like super cheap or anything like that, which is cool. This gold is also really nice. It feels nice and it looks, I love the way it like reflects the light a lot. It's very magical looking. There it is. Next we have her dress. There it is. It's about what you'd expect. I think it overall looks pretty nice. It's using the same gold here, same jewels, so you know they all kind of cohesively fit. You may or may not need a petticoat. They did put like some structure down here, so it does kind of flow out, but sometimes when it's actually on, you still might need one. I'll find that out for sure. I do not... Okay. There's one very small side zipper here, but that's it. There's no zipper in the back or anything, which does mean it's probably not going to have a lot of wiggle room, which is important to know. It is like a stretchy, kind of odd feeling fabric here. Not anything bad, but just something to take note of. Very cute. Very cute. Now, of course, we've got a lot of different accessories. So here is the belt. If you find that this belt doesn't quite work for your needs, this is really easy to replace. It's just like a plain black belt. I have done that many a times for belts. It just is like that. They also did come with these ears. I personally have ears that I bought that are quite a bit more expensive. You can usually get these for free or only a couple dollars. I just cannot get them to sit well on my ear, and I don't tend to like the shade that they are. So I have my own ears that I bought. I will put a thing right here because I can't remember it offhand what the site is called, but I'll put it right here. And they are great. Let me grab them. So this is those ears. You can see they've got a more natural skin tone to me compared to these. I also keep this in here, the spirit gum. That's how I keep the ears connected a lot easier. There they are. I do recommend these, especially if you end up cosplaying a lot with elf ears. These just, I don't like these. They just fall off too easily in my experience. It also did come with her earrings. These are another one that I do have something I am planning on using outside of these, but these are actually quite nice. They are clips. Pretty much always, if you're going to get a bot cosplay, they're going to be clips, not actual like put your earring in type things. My ears are pierced, so I tend to add my own if I want to, and these are nice, but I will not be using these just because I have ones that I feel like work even better and will show even better than these will. Next, there's this. So after some detective work, I think maybe this goes like here, because she does have like a black line right here. That's what I'm guessing this is. If I'm wrong, I'm sure you guys will tell me and be like, obviously that's something else, but I cannot figure out with 100% certainty what this is. Like I said, I think it's like a turtleneck type thing. I don't know. And then finally is these black leggings. I don't know if the camera can pick up. These are awful. They are just awful. I will not be using these. Luckily, I always have black leggings on me, so I can quite easily replace these, but they are very, very sheer, and I personally do not consider Frieren's tights to be super sheer, so Yeah. Anyway, that pretty much sums them all up. So best thing to do now is to try it on, and then we can figure out the fit and everything like that. So
hang out the whole next day, laughing, having fun. Summer love, you have no idea what you did to me.
all right, here's the whole thing on. It is super duper cute. So let me just go like usual from top down. So before, let me just talk about this prop is from AliExpress. I got this on a steal. I want to say it was in like the $20 to $30 range. It was a complete steal, and it's great, and I love it. So I will link that in the description. I can't guarantee A, that it's still available, or B, that it's for that price anymore, but it was pretty awesome. So also, to get out of the way, the wig is also from AliExpress. It is nice. I saw the same wig pretty much everywhere, so nothing like to write home about with the wig in terms of it being like a special shop or anything like that. Oh, and these are the earrings I was talking about. Yeah, I like them so much. These are, not to brag on you, these are my official Weichschnee earrings that I got right before Rooster Teeth shut down, so I'm gonna say they're limited. But no, I love them a lot, and if anyone says anything, I could be like, did I mention that I'm Weichschnee's biggest fan? And they'll be like, who? But I'll know. Anyway, let me actually talk about the cosplay instead of rambling. So, I had to actually cut a hole a little bit bigger here. This did not close on its own, so I needed to cut the hole a little bit bigger to actually let the jewel go through. Not a big deal, but just something that if you can't seem to get it to fit, you might need to cut the hole a little bit bigger. I do not like this neck thing. I am pretty certain this is where it goes, but it's really hot. Like, because it's such a thick material, I'm like, ew, it's like so sweaty on my neck. I'm like, not enough that I'll probably replace it or anything. It's just, why is it so sweaty on my neck? You know? But little capelet fits fine. The dress, you can kind of see here, doesn't completely zip on the side. It can close, like we can get it to close, but it keeps getting stuck right on the seam line, and because of the way this lands, I was not gonna fight with it. But just something to keep in mind. There is definitely no wiggle room in it though. So when you look at the measurements, if you're like, I'm like a couple inches off, don't do it. It's not gonna fit. But if you're right on the measurements or below, it's fine. So I am wearing a binder because Frieren is pretty flat, and I will be in a male cosplay after this for the convention I'm wearing it for anyway. So I do have a binder. I am very large chested, so you can see even with a binder, it doesn't completely flatten it. But that's also something to keep in mind. If you are bigger chested, you don't own a binder or a sports bra or anything to kind of like reel the girls in, you might have trouble on that front, because again, there's no wiggle room here. I did end up adding just a small, like, you could get like, they usually come free with cosplays, kind of petticoat underneath it. I don't think it's 100% necessary, but it does add just like a little bit of shape. Oh, and the belt's fine too. Nothing wrong with that. I was able to go to the first hole here, no problem. I probably could have gone to the second, but I'm wanting this to be like a really nice to wear cosplay, very casual, so I didn't really want to go any tighter, even if it would be like more figure flattering or anything like that, because I want it to be comfortable, which it is. It's so comfy. And then I have my black tights on underneath because those others are awful. I already threw them away. I was like, no. But I also like the more opaque leggings than I do the really, really sheer ones. So yeah, here she is. So stinking cute.
Remember the days we were young, wild and free, basic getting sprung.
Anyway, so I would say I'd give this like honestly like a 9 out of 10. The zipper kind of sucks. But like for the price that this is pretty much exactly what I wanted, you know? Like I can't go wrong with it. This is what I wanted. It's cute. It feels nice. I'm also deducting that point because of this thing. Because I have a very hot neck now. It's okay. I'll get like a cooling drink and just sip on that the whole time to try and counter it. But because I am wearing this in May in Georgia, you know, I'm gonna have a pretty hot neck, and that's not something I have to say often. Yeah, if you want to cosplay Frieren, honestly, I think this is a good option. I know Doki Doki is going to put out an SR version, and I'm sure that will look lovely, but honestly, this is quite nice in and of itself. Some people might say this gold looks a little cheap. I personally think it looks fine, but I could see where some people might get that from. So if you're a stickler for things like that, you might, you know, think about like the SR version, or, you know, if you're feeling very frisky, you can replace it, but I would just get the SR version if you're gonna go through all that trouble. Yes, overall, very cute. This was the largest size that they had, and so I know when I was on Doki Doki, this being the largest size, I did not see anything larger in any of them when I was kind of just browsing around looking, and Uowo also kept with smaller sizing, so I wouldn't call any of these overly plus size friendly options, which is unfortunate because Doki Doki and Uowo tend to have slightly better quality, but you'll have to let me know where you got your Frieren from. If you also have a Frieren cosplay, I would love to hear about it. Thank you so much for watching. I know this was rather short. There's not a lot to say to it. It's pretty much one piece, and that's it. But I'm glad you could join me on this journey. You know, Frieren's journey. That wasn't good. I should cut that. Anyway, thank you so much. I will be wearing this to MomoCon, which is at the end of May. I'm excited. If you are there, absolutely let me know, and maybe we can get like a photo together and like, you know, something. Anyway, bye.